Hey guys, it's Soldier Girl. Listen, you already read the title. You know what the video is about, you guys. And I'm so freaking stoked right now. Like, literally, I am so fucking stoked. So if you read the title and you still want to watch the video and you're anti-boob-ish or anti-boob job or anti-breast augmentation, then you should not be watching this video still. You should just click the little X because that's what this video is about, you guys. This is my new journey. I'm super, super stoked about it. I have been thinking of getting a freaking boob job for the last 5 years, literally. I've gone to a couple consults, and I've done clips after each one. And so I thought I'd do a little intro video for it because I don't actually have an intro video, and as I was editing I realized that, and so I figured I would do a quick little clip real quick and tack this one on right before my first consult, that you guys can kind of get an idea of, see what's going on. Again, the title's going to give it away. It's going to give it away. And so, and I know that I'm going to get people that don't like it, that are so anti, boob job or breast augmentation. I mean, I'm going to get that, and I'm okay with that because, A, I don't agree with a lot of things people do, and I know that you guys are not going to agree with a lot of things that I do, but this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've done enough research to know that I really feel like this is something that I want to do. I will talk more in depth in each clip to let you guys know more about what my plans are as far as size and stuff like that. And so clips I've gotten to be a little too long, and so I'm probably going to break them up into parts. I'll probably number these vlogs so that they're easier to find if I need to look for something. This will be vlog number 1, you guys, which will be consult number 1. Obviously, I have on a push-up bra, you guys. If my boobs could look like that, okay, like that, without me having to hold it and wear a padded bra, I'll be cool. I'll be cool. And if you want to follow me, definitely follow me. If you're new to my channel, subscribe so that you can be up to date with all of my videos when I post them. And I will see you guys over again in the next clip. Later, guys. I just got out of my first consult up here in the high desert. To give you a little backstory, I actually had 3 or 4 consults down the hill before I moved up here. At that time, I really, really wanted to get a boob job, and so I really just didn't. At the time, I really felt like it wasn't the perfect time for me, and so I waited on it. And so recently, I started thinking about it again. I figured I have the money for it. I'm going to have the time off for it, and so why not? So I decided to get back into researching it, and so I started looking for doctors up here in the high desert so that I could get something that was really close to me, and I didn't really want to have to go back down the hill, because I actually had found a couple good doctors down the hill that I thought were really, really good, but I just don't want to commute an hour and a half to get there and back, especially if I have to go for aftercare appointments. I don't want to have to go and take forever to get there and then be there for like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And so I found a few doctors up here in the high desert. Again, I'm gonna this is my first consult with Dr. What's his name? Dr. Tehrani. He was really, really nice, really down to earth. He seemed really passionate about what he does as well. And he's one of the best doctors up here. Initially when I went in, I talked with the nurse. Her name is Nicole. Really, really, really nice. Not nurse, but secretary. And she was really, really, really nice. And she basically just asked me a few questions. She asked me how tall I was, how much I weigh. What else? If I have any kids, did I breastfeed, are my boobies saggy, what else did she ask me, oh, what size am I now, and what size do I want to go to, and I think that's pretty much all the questions that she asked me. So then once she left and he comes back in, and he kind of goes over a lot of the questions she already asked. And again, he asks you what size you want to go to, and I pretty much said I want to go to about a C to a D. I don't want to be really big, and I never ever really wanted to be huge. I just wanted to be more fuller. Like, literally, when I had my little dude, I had the most beautiful, biggest, fullest boobs ever, and I was so happy after I had him. I was just like, wow, you guys are freaking awesome. Like, they were so freaking awesome. When I had him, my boobs were so beautiful. I love them. And then by the time he was a year, my boobs were gone. They were like, okay, bye. They were like, adios, amigos. See you later. And I was just like, wow. So it was like just that moment of having fuller boobs was just amazing for me. And so
And so that's kind of why I decided that I wanted to do this, because I lost a lot of weight too. When I had my son, I was 203. Okay, before I had him, I was about 145, 150. And so I've lost a lot of weight between, since then. And so it's like I'm just left with, as Papa so kindly put it, empty money sacks. And so I really just want to get some fullness back. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and do this. He came in and he basically asked me what size I wanted to go to. I said I wanted to go to about a C to a D. I don't want to look porn star-ish. I really want to look natural. And so he basically said don't really concern yourself too much with cup size, more so just how it looks on your body. He said, I see that you look like you work out a lot and you're petite, so you won't need to go. You don't want to. He said you don't want to project too much from the side for your frame. And I actually like the fact that he wasn't trying to push bigger boob, or he wasn't trying to push silicone versus saline. It was more or less whichever one you feel is best for you. He gave me the pros and cons for saline versus silicone. That was basically it. He asked me if I had any questions. So, I mean, I basically wanted to know where they did the procedure at. Was it here, or do you have to travel out just to have the procedure done? He said it's basically 2 lights up the road, which is awesome. He said the procedure will take about an hour to an hour and a half. Recovery, he said, about a week. Literally, he said a weekend. That's what he said. He said you could have the procedure done on like a Friday and be able to go back to work on Monday. So the amount of YouTube videos that I've watched, for some reason I really doubt that. Say that it depends on what your job is, but you could probably go back to work after a few days. As far as working out, he said 6 weeks. And for me, you guys, I work out like every day, and so for me that's gonna be hard. But obviously I don't want to affect my recovery, or this is an investment, and so I don't want to waste the money because I rushed back to working out. And so he's at 6 weeks, and so I'm definitely going to stand by that. Let's talk about the price. The price for and everything is pretty much broken down. The procedure is $2,000. The saline implants are $1,625, and then the post-operative bra is $80, and that's provided by them. And then they have these next three categories or items are optional because they're just products that they provide at this particular place. And one is a scar recovery gel, and that's $95. The O2 oxygen therapy treatments, that's $150, and the Arnica Martena, that's optional as well, and that's $50. So basically I probably won't even choose to do any of those 3 because if they're optional, I don't really think I need to do it. But my total after everything, and then the surgery room and an anesthesiast is $1,500. So altogether it's $5,500. I don't think that's a bad price at all. As far as my size that I'm going to go to, I said I would like to go to a C to a D, anywhere between a C and a D. And he said based on my frame and my size and my height, he suggested I go from 400 to 450 cc's of saline. He did give me the 2 options of incisions. He didn't give armpit as one. He just gave under the underneath the crease, under your boob, and then your nipple. And they usually do the around your nipples, the lower half of your nipple. He said with saline, the incision's smaller than silicone. Silicone because because they're already pre-filled, and the incision needs to be a little bit bigger for that. So he did say that, and so I'm going to go with saline. And again, he's recommending 400 to 450, which is fine by me. And it's under the muscle, and so yeah, so I'm pretty stoked, you guys. This is again my first consult up here. This is the doctor right here, Dr. Tehrani. Nicole was saying, because I asked her when would I be able to get in for an appointment, and she basically said not until December, which would be fine by me because I'll be out to see my little dude for most of November, and then I'll be back the first week of December, so that would be perfect for me. So I basically told her I wanted to go to a few other a couple other consults and see which one I like better. But so far I thought this place was really nice. I thought the doctors were cool, the nurse, all of the women in the office were really nice. I mean, very nice, very down to earth, very non-judgmental. I mean, and I guess why would they be in that type of profession? Okay, guys, so I wanted to talk about a few other things that I just remembered as I was laying here watching Drumline. Now, initially I thought that I might need a bit of a lift because, just because, And so it turns out, he said basically that with the implant choice, it'll provide more fullness up, what would actually give you a lift without actually having a lift. And so he said there could be a chance that you might still need a lift, but he said he really highly doubted that I would need a lift after the actual augmentation. I won't need a lift. So that was awesome, good to know. I asked what was her name, Nicole. I asked her about being able to breastfeed afterwards, because breastfeeding is obviously something really important to me. I tried to breastfeed with my son. She didn't work out. I was so freaking engorged that it was just so freaking painful, and it just wasn't working out for me. And so it's something I definitely would want to try again in the future. And so I asked her if I still would be able to breastfeed after, you know, breast augmentation when when the incision's around the nipple. And she said yes, you can, which is awesome, good to know, because I totally was under the impression that if you choose to do the incision around the nipple, then you couldn't breastfeed, and so that's obviously not true. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because I really feel like the longer I sit here, I'm thinking of other things that I forgot to mention, and I really want to talk about everything. As far as paying for the procedure, I didn't ask about financing because it's not something I want to finance, but the way they do it is the price, like I said before, was $5,500. And to make your appointment, to set your date, it's $500 deposit, and then you pay the rest at your pre-op appointment. So that's something that's probably good to know. What else? Other than that, you guys, I really love the office. Office was nice and clean. The two women that I interact with the most were very nice. I was there for just over an hour, so I don't really feel like they were rushing me out the flipping door for the next patient. It just really flowed, and it was really comfortable, and I didn't feel pressured into anything. It was just really cool. So overall, so far, I really love this place. Let me see, what is it called? It's called the Tehrani Plastic Surgery, and it's in Apple Valley, California. So yeah, that's basically it. I really hope this video doesn't get too long for you guys. I've learned so much from watching other YouTube videos, and so of course I had to document this process as well, because it's something that's just, you know, we learn from experience, but we also learn from others' experiences as well. And so anything that I can do that can help the next person is just, I'm all for. Other than that, I'll leave it there, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.